Hi everyone, this is Mansi and I'm here with Quanto Shivo, the founder of Quanto Life. A lot of people get very attracted to Quanto Life. They hear of the miraculous shifts that their friends have experienced and there's a lot of curiosity. So here I'm going to sit down with Quanto Shivo and discuss and know more about the dimensions of Quanto Life.
Thank you very much, and welcome to all the listeners.
So, I think the first thing I would like to say is that there are so many spiritual practices out there in all the countries, small, big, everyone's doing it. What makes Quanto Life different from all these other spiritual practices?
Okay, so Quanto Life is a very relevant practice for the current era. Now, what we are experiencing for past 20 years, I would say since 1997, we are seeing a very dramatic shift in the whole world. So we are experiencing situations that are vastly different, and everyone, almost everyone in the world, have this sense that they are facing issues, problems that are bigger than themselves, and they cannot just resolve them. So this kind of a situation, this kind of intensity of how the time is traveling, how the time is moving ahead, this kind of intensity has happened first time. In fact, I was just reading a quote some days back which said that whatever the progress in science that has happened in past 500 years, that kind of progress is expected just in next 5 years. So everything is happening at a breakneck speed. So a new spiritual path is needed. The spiritual path we have till now, they are kind of anchored in how the things used to move in past. And suddenly those who practice those spiritual paths, they find that those practices are not enough for them to meet the challenges of this chaos. Everything is turning chaotic around us, and a new path is needed for that.
Thank you. This is very interesting. But before I get into the nitty gritties and exactly what Quanto Life brings to our readers and to the people who are listening, I want to talk more, and I want to ask you that why did you choose this word quanto? You mentioned that science is rapidly changing. Everything that is quantum is very viral, in vogue. Now, how do you relate this to the spiritual practice of Quanto Life?
See, till 100 years back, the science was very disconnected with spirituality. The science which was born with Newton was almost like it did not believe in God, it did not believe in consciousness. And when the quantum mechanics came, the new science came, suddenly the scientists, the quantum scientists, they were very near to the consciousness, to the presence of God everywhere around. So this quantum is the word that is bringing the consciousness in all spheres of our life. And I was divinely, miraculously pulled into the study of quantum mechanics. And what I found very interesting, that the deepest insight of quantum mechanics is that observation is the highest act of creation. And I was stunned because in my own spiritual practice, which started as a traditional kind of a spiritual practice, but then it started to take its own life, it grew into a different shape. And there also I had experienced the same truth, that observation is the highest act of creation. So suddenly I realized that in this word, the quanto, we are experiencing a spirituality where the science also agree to that. So it's a very scientific practice. It is very based in the quantum mechanics, which is the new science. And that's how the word quanto has come. In fact, I would like to share that there is this beautiful Hindu metaphysical story of creation, which says that Brahma was sleeping and then he wakes up from the slumber and the cosmos start to get created. So it is in his observation, it is in the observation of Brahma, the whole cosmos is created. And similarly, in our observation, the Big Bang happens and a whole new world is created. So this is what the quantum life practices are. You observe, a Big Bang happens and a new creation begins. So one of the beautiful aspect of quantum life is that while other practices take you into the state of peace and serenity and joy, quantum life also takes you to the state of empowerment and creation. All those who practice quantum life, they start to turn into a creator. The new creation begin to manifest through them. So probably quantum life is the only spiritual path which is about creation.